Hello everyone, hello! Sasarai here with some more Final Fantasy XIV. We are currently in, well, outside our house, which is a giant Paisa house apparently. But aside from that, we are currently making our way through the post-Heavensward storyline. We just finished off the main storyline of Heavensward on Friday. We headed into the post-patch where Ishgard's kind of in a state of turmoil because well, Aymeric decided to tell the people the truth on everything, and unfortunately, not everyone could take that truth and decided he was lying, and someone stabbed him in the gut, and we had to save a little girl from the vault, and she ended up getting saved by a dragon. Of all things, so that kind of helps out. Anywho, I spent the weekend leveling up my Black Mage, so hang on a sec. We are good to go for Stormblood when we get there, although we probably won't be wearing this gear. I thought about it and I still don't like this outfit very much. No shade to those who do, but it's just not for me. Anyway, let's teleport back to Ishgard and continue on. Hey look, a wild Steenie appeared. That one's Vector's favorite Pokemon. Speaking of which, hi Vector! How are you doing? How was your weekend? I stayed up late last night playing some Far Cry 6 on stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That outfit has the best hat in the game. Oh right, I didn't show the hat. Good point, hang on. Look at this fucking hat. Alright, hang on, let me... Look at my character, okay? Now look at this fucking hat. What is this? What is going on with this? There's probably more material in this hat than the rest of the entire outfit. Well, it kind of makes a W, so maybe it's an upside down Majin hat. Hate it so much. Ah, Mistress Princess, the Lord Commander left instructions that you would be shown inside. He turns around and goat sees me.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the Worm's ire, but if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. "'Tis nothing. 'Tis nothing." Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the True Brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the Zealots.
Aymeric.
The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there, seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. It would not do for the guest of honor to arrive late, after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
Aymeric just hit on my character. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but if there was a character that was gonna do it, he's not a bad one. Alright. I mean, you're Ishgard. Just put the people sympathizing with the True Brothers to death. Executions are a national pastime in Ashgard. I mean, Ishgard. I mean, you're not entirely wrong. I mean, they had the whole fight for your right to prove that you're innocent, which baffles me. But and people can come watch, so. He couldn't resist Miro's feminine wiles. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, Miro's pretty excellent. Have you seen this slime hat? Oh, this guy. He's got the look going there. Farugo. Actually, you know, aside from the fact that it's like a male slutmog, which, you know, whatever, that's cool, that's fine. This Hrothgar's got a pretty cool fur pattern, and the armor, like, coloring, and that does complement his fur. You know, it's a really good outfit. He was hitting on the slime hat. The Lord Commander said you would come, Miro. That's a bit presumptuous of him. As you can see, preparations for the conference are proceeding apace. Mark well the curtain above. It conceals a relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Masons labor day and night to see it finished on schedule. Sir Aymeric wanted a symbol which would endure long after this conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the results. It was not my war, but I made it mine, and to see it draw closer to a resolution fills me with a strange hope. His faith is infectious, is it not? His certainty that we can be better than we are. Forgive me, I'm rambling. You must be tired from your journey. Go, rest. I will not keep you. You know, originally I would have said probably not, because in the original telling of A Realm Reborn, Nero stops being a main character or a main story character after Praetorium. But with the changes of Nero now being a main story character through Crystal Tower, because that's part of the MSQ now, yeah, it could actually be him goat-seeing. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not walk around Falcon's Nest, make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far and wide to attend this ceremony, You may meet Lords Artorial and Amelin, who have graciously volunteered their services. They should be glad to see you. Now, if you would excuse me, I must needs return to my duties. Her duties are just walking off screen and then having a cigarette. Hold on. Pulling up a list here of stuff I gotta do. Okay. Oops. I make a lot of notes about this when I'm playing. That would be a symbol that would endure in the traumatized memories of all who see it after leaving Ishgard. Yeah. Hey there, lowborn youth. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come early and find a spot with a great view. When I heard that Sir Aymeric was planning to make a speech, I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. How often do we get heroes like that in this day and age? He's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it. By the fury, me and my friends and family, we all believe he can do it. I mean, probably can, given, like, you know, time. But, you know, you still got people who are going to fight against him, because why not? What exciting, isn't it? Not just a peace with the dragons, but with all them heretics besides. Don't misunderstand, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to a reconciliation comes as a great relief. Yeah, I'm sure it comes to a great relief to them to know that they're not going to be murdered for wanting peace. He's justifying his premature ejaculation. It's true. I wasn't sure how many people would come, so I came early is a solid gangbang advice. Exactly. I'm glad to see the rumors were true. Well met, Mistress Prentice, and fear not. I've no intention of begging your aid with this or that. Everything appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. Yeah, that's not great. I bet you when we meet a Menelin, he's gonna ask us to do stuff. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you a naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Huh. And here I am, laboring to make it so. Lord Artorial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may it be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage any Dravanian forces bound for Falcon's Nest. Fury, take me! They would defy Sir Aymric's commands? If they dare attack Vidofnir, it will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a Lord of House Fortom's present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But ere we do, I must ask, would you look after Menelin while I am away? As you know, he has ever been impulsive, inchangeable child, but recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken no interest, and I fear he may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return, exhausting though that may be. Yeah, sure. Thank you, my friend. I promise we will not be long. Warrior of light, slayer of gods, babysitter. I can do it all. You seem depressed. Go guard this remote outpost. Yeah, he's got Honorary with him here. Once more, a favor. I'm rather busy at the moment, old girl. Guarding this tavern, as it were. Oh, I see now. Artoyle thought I might be derelict in my duties, eh? The nerve of my brother to question my dedication. But since you're here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe for travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. It wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves. Oh no. Yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the roaming packs. Your map, if I may. Right. These are the points our scouts marked for patrol. I'll leave you to it, old girl. Come on, Ori. I must return to my rounds. Oh dear. Do be careful, my lady. There is actually more of a plot between him and that character, I think, but I don't remember if it's a side quest or not. Alright, Bob Dole, let's go. By the way, I have Bob Dole, like, out fighting with me because he's, sorry. He's good for that, and, it's good when you're leveling a mage. So I'll probably have him out while we're, leveling through Stormblood a lot, too, because I have him set to be a tank, so. Shit, 3 wolves. One of them's a ghost wolf. Oh, one of them's an alpha ghost wolf. Perfect. Oh, sorry, Bob Dole, you got paralyzed. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I love the music in Clifton Highlands, especially at night. That very, very subtle dragon song is great. One thing that makes me sad is that I will probably, or not probably, there's a good, like, think about this, okay? The feelings you get when you first play a game that you really enjoy, like first playing Heaven's Ward and stepping out into this icy field and whatnot. There's a chance that no game ever will capture that feeling again. And that's sad to think about. Which is why I give every game a chance, to be honest, because it might surprise me. Like, I've had the Far Cry games on my, like, in my sights for a long time. Like, I've known about them, I've been interested in them and whatnot, but I've never really gave them too much of a chance. But Jeremy gave me Far Cry 6, and I've been playing that, and I actually really like it. I'm not usually a first-person style gamer, but it's surprisingly good. Mere Apprentice, Wolf's Bane. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds and that all is well in Falcon's Nest. Oh, and there was a grizzled fellow looking for you, you know, the one who made that arsonist confess. Clever, that. Thancred, was it? He was looking after you. Anyway, once I noticed the garish weapons he was sporting, I deemed it a waste to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, this one. If you hurry, he might still be there. He fucking puts Thancred to use. Well, a Medellin is nothing if not resourceful. Camp Rivers meat. Okay. Look at our space whale. A little smaller than the one from FF4, but you know, it still houses eight players. I can't imagine a time when you'd ever actually be leading 8 people around. Maybe in a hunt train, but even then I don't see it being plausible considering. Fancy meeting you here. Okay, hang on guys, I got a work message. Oh. Fancy meeting you here, Miro. 'Twas fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time in taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest then and see what the other thrilling tasks he may have for us. Alright, well, you walk back. That's fine. I'm not doing that. I'll spend the 100 going to teleport. Hey, Jeremy. I was just telling everybody a thought that I had about the first time you play a game that really gets to you, like you really enjoy the experience and whatnot. Like when I first played Final Fantasy XIV, it was actually because Leanne purchased the game for me. I don't know why she did, but she bought the game for me and then paid for 2 months of the sub for Christmas, actually, back in 2013. It's probably more Christmas and birthday because, yeah, I got it on December 3rd. And, yeah. And it's crazy to think that you will never ever get that experience or feeling again, and it might be the last time you ever experience that feeling. And there they are, a pair of gallant heroes if I ever saw them. Comrades in arms, reunited at last. By your selfless sacrifice, you have guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy our well-earned respite. Here, I'll take care of my action. For those we have lost. Oh, and this should be, of course, should go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, yes? Artoyo wouldn't understand. Right then, the first floor of these barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of the conference. Why don't you go have something to eat? For once, a suggestion with which I agree. Go on ahead, Meryl, I will join you anon. You're walking in the wrong direction, Thancred. No, that's still the wrong direction. Okay. Dude, Thancred can't make me do anything. Thancred's a piece of shit.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You were right, mother. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it. Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
This was never your fight.
my son. They told me he walks in Halone's halls. Him and the rest of his unit.
They told me the same.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future, my flesh and blood, my heart.
Is this it? Are we the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them. They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Aymeric promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. Not I! I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin. All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Aymeric and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that happen. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! This is no time for napping. Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Travarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned from war. Your children torn apart by fang and claw. All your loved ones shown no mercy. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom. And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward. This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters. Death by dragon's fang, or death by nobleman's command. Death to all we hold dear. I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more! No more!
What have you done?
I only did as you ordered, my lord.
I gave no such order! I did not! I never meant for anyone to...
Okay then. Get a solid minute after that first arrow to stop him, yeah. That was a bit heavy. So there was a part during when Aymeric first meets goes to confront the Archbishop, but the Archbishop talks about how the sins of the father, should the son pay for the sins of the father? So through their lie, he claims he stopped that from happening, but he didn't, because they're still fighting the Dragon Song War. They're still doomed to deal with the sins of their father's father's father. Just not die immediately because of it, right? This lady here, one, she's not considering that the Gervanians also lost their loved ones and have to deal with this outcome because they don't care about that. Anyway, we will be right back. It is break time.